April 2025 is just around the corner, and with it comes a wave of games that will push your limits and challenge everything you thought you knew about the world of gaming. Picture this. You're alone, the air thick with tension, the ground beneath, you trembling as if the earth itself is about to swallow you whole. The stakes are higher than ever, and every step you take could be your last. This isn't just about survival, it's about confronting the darkness within, battling not only enemies but the chaos of your own mind. The horizon is endless, but so is the fight. Imagine a world where the rules of the game are always changing, where what you see isn't always what you get, and where victory doesn't feel like a triumph, but like a temporary reprieve from the overwhelming void. These aren't just games, they're experiences. They're your escape. Or maybe they're the thing that traps you in a spiral of doubt and desperation. And once you step in, you might not want to come back. Take Into the Dead Our Darkest. Days, for example, a game that promises to make you question the very essence of survival. You thought you knew zombie games? Think again. This isn't about shooting zombies and clearing levels. It's about grappling with a post-apocalyptic reality where every decision weighs heavily on your soul. The loneliness, the despair, the endless trek through a world where hope feels like a distant memory. It's a haunting reminder that survival comes at a price, or maybe. Commando's origins pulls you in, drawing you back to the gritty trenches of war, where every tactic, every move is a matter of life and death. A game that doesn't let you simply play, it forces you to think, to strategize, to suffer through the anguish of every failed attempt. It's not about nostalgia, though. It's about fighting the internal battle for meaning, for purpose, as the line between victory and defeat blurs. And then there's the adrenaline-pumping Forza Horizon 5 Force, now on PlayStation, where the feeling of speed surges through your veins, each corner a tightrope walk between glory and destruction. The race isn't just about crossing the finish line, it's about the journey, the raw emotion that comes with every drift, every burst of speed. It's a game that takes you to the edge and dares you to leap. In the next few minutes, we'll dive deep into the top 10 games coming this April, each one a universe of its own, each one a challenge not just for your reflexes, but for your very spirit. Will you emerge unscathed, or will you be consumed by the darkness lurking within? Let's find out. Our Darkest Days, a zombie game with a heartbreaking twist. Release date April 10th, PC. If you're tired of the typical zombie games that focus on just surviving waves of undead with guns blazing, then Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days is about to change your entire perspective on the genre. This game isn't just about shooting and running, it's about surviving in a way that hits you right in the heart. Set against the backdrop of the desolate, barren Texas landscapes, the game combines the grittiness and raw survival aspects of This War of Mine with the haunting emotional depth of The Last of Us. Imagine wandering through a world that's fallen apart, where every step you take feels like it could be your last, and where the undead aren't just enemies, they're symbols of a world that's lost its humanity. An emotional roller coaster. What truly sets Into the Dead Our Darkest Days? Apart from typical zombie survival games is its emotional depth. You won't just be dodging zombies. You'll be questioning the very essence of what it means to survive when the world as you knew it has already ended. Every encounter with the undead, every decision you make to fight or run will be laced with a deep sense of sorrow and despair. This game doesn't shy away from showing you the darker side of survival, the emotional toll it takes on those trying to make it through each day. The environment around you is bleak, with vast empty fields, dilapidated homes, and ruins left by the chaos of the apocalypse. It's a world that's been stripped of color and hope, and as you move through it, you'll feel that weight constantly, bearing down on you. A side-scrolling survival adventure. Unlike most first-person zombie games, Into the Dead takes a side-scrolling approach, putting you in the midst of the action but offering a unique perspective that adds to the tension. As you maneuver through each level, you're not just avoiding zombies, you're fighting to keep your humanity intact. The challenge isn't just about blasting your way through the undead horde, it's about surviving emotionally, mentally, and physically in a world that offers no comfort or hope. But don't mistake this for just another depressing survival game. There's a beauty in its sadness, a haunting resonance that sticks with you long after you've put the controller down. As you battle the waves of zombies, you'll be driven by the need to uncover the truth about the world around you. What happened, and what's left to fight for? Is it too depressing? Some might argue that Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days, is too dark, too intense, and perhaps even too heavy to play. The sorrowful atmosphere might be overwhelming for those who prefer the traditional zombie shooting chaos. But if you're looking for a game that's more than just mindless shooting, a game that makes you feel every moment of your survival, then this is the one you've been waiting for. It's not just about surviving the apocalypse, it's about surviving yourself in an apocalyptic world. Can you hold on to your humanity, or will you succumb to the chaos that surrounds you? Why should you play? For those who enjoy games that dive deep into the human psyche and explore what it truly means to survive in a broken world, Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days offers a chilling and thought-provoking experience that's impossible to ignore. Its emotional storytelling and immersive atmosphere will keep you on edge, making each moment in the game feel deeply personal and heart-wrenching. So, if you're ready for a survival game that challenges you both mentally and emotionally, and if you're prepared to face the darkest side of humanity in a zombie apocalypse, mark April 10th on your calendar. This is one game that promises to be as unforgettable as it is heartbreaking. Commando's Origins, a hardcore tactical reboot. Release date, April 9th, PC, Xbox Series. If you're a fan of tactical games that require careful planning, strategy, and intense decision-making, then Commando's Origins is the game you've been waiting for. This reboot of the classic Commandos series brings the same gritty, high-stakes action with a fresh, modern twist, perfect for both longtime fans and newcomers to the series. Gone are the days of complicated, unintuitive controls. Instead, you'll get a streamlined experience that retains all the depth without the headache. A return to the trenches. Set during World War II, Commando's Origins takes players back to the heart of the action as you control an elite squad of soldiers tasked with taking on Nazi forces. But this isn't just another generic W2 shooter. This game offers hardcore real-time tactics, forcing you to think one step ahead and outsmart your enemies with every move. The squad you command will use a combination of stealth, strategy, and precision to infiltrate enemy lines, sabotage key infrastructure, and carry out high-risk missions that could turn the tide of the war. While the story might not be the most groundbreaking, yes, it's another tale of soldiers fighting against a common enemy. The depth of the tactical gameplay more than makes up for it. You'll face different challenges with each mission, from sneaking through heavily guarded compounds to holding off enemy forces while you complete objectives. The action isn't about mindless shooting. It's about how well you can manage resources, use cover, and orchestrate your team's every move. Polished tactical gameplay. What makes Commando's Origins stand out in a market saturated with shooters and fast-paced games is its focus on slow, calculated moves. This is a game for players who enjoy thinking through each action, weighing the risks and rewards, and working through the complexities of every mission. The controls have been revamped to be more intuitive and accessible, making it easier for new players to dive in, while still offering the deep, challenging gameplay that fans of the original series will appreciate. The game's real-time tactical nature means that every move counts. Positioning, timing, and the environment all play key roles in your success or failure. Whether you're executing a silent takedown, planting explosives, or coordinating an ambush, your strategic decisions will determine the outcome. It's not about running and guns blazing, it's about carefully selecting the right approach for each situation, making sure your squad stays alive long enough to complete the mission. A game that keeps you on edge. Unlike many modern shooters that focus on action-packed sequences, Commando's Origins is all about tension and strategy. You won't be able to mindlessly rush into combat. Every move has its consequences. Expect to fail, learn from your mistakes, and adapt your tactics. The game will challenge you to think critically and constantly reassess your approach, as the enemies you face will respond intelligently to your actions. Your ability to stay calm under pressure will be put to the test as you lead your team through increasingly difficult missions. Why should you play? For anyone who's a fan of hardcore tactical strategy games, Commando's Origins is a breath of fresh air in a gaming landscape dominated by more fast-paced, action-oriented titles. Its strategic depth and methodical approach to warfare will appeal to those who love the thrill of planning out their next move and executing it perfectly. The updated graphics and controls ensure that the game feels modern while maintaining the spirit of the original series. If you're looking for a game that makes you think, that rewards patience and careful planning, then Commando's Origins is definitely worth checking out. Prepare to get your hands dirty in the trenches once again, but this time with a much more polished and refined experience. Forza Horizon 5, PlayStation players, get the full ride. Release date, April 29th, PlayStation 5. For fans of high-speed racing and open-world adventures, April 29th is a date you won't want to miss. Forza Horizon 5 Eyes, Xbox's flagship racing game, is finally making its debut on the PlayStation 5, bringing all the excitement, chaos, and thrills of its expansive world to a brand new audience. Whether you're a PlayStation player who's never had the chance to experience Forza, or a racing enthusiast looking to take your driving skills to the next level, this game promises an unforgettable ride. A racing game, like no other. When it comes to racing games, Forza Horizon stands out not just for its stunning visuals and hyper-realistic cars, but for its unique blend of accessibility and depth. Unlike traditional racing games that focus on closed tracks and rigid gameplay, Forza Horizon 5 PvPvE offers an expansive, open-world environment that allows players to race, explore, and create their own unique experience. From the moment you hit the gas pedal, you'll feel the rush of adrenaline as you speed through dynamic landscapes, from lush jungles to sun-soaked deserts. The real joy of Forza Horizon 5 PvPvE comes from its sense of freedom. Forget about narrow tracks or repetitive laps. This game is about exploration, about tearing through the world with no limits. Want to race across a beach at breakneck speeds? You can. Want to race up a mountain trail or take on a winding dirt road in an off-road truck? Go for it. With Forza Horizon 5Y, you're in control, and the world is your playground. Epic stunts and off-road adventures. Of course, the heart of Forza Horizon 5Y is its races, and this game has it all. But it's not just about sticking to the road. The game pushes you to think outside the box, with insane stunts and heart-pounding off-road races that get your blood pumping. With DLCs like Rally Adventure and Hot Wheels now available, the excitement never stops. Whether you're taking on rally challenges or jumping through loops in a Hot Wheels-inspired environment, the game is filled with unexpected moments that will keep you on the edge of your seat. For those who crave a more laid-back experience, there's plenty of time to just cruise around the game's world and admire its jaw-dropping visuals. Every corner, every landscape is a visual masterpiece, from the realistic weather effects to the beautiful sunsets that light up the horizon. And if you want to take a break from racing, the game lets you customize your dream car, giving you the freedom to create the perfect ride. A playground for every driver. What sets Forza Horizon 5 apart from other racing games is its emphasis on inclusivity. Whether you're a seasoned racing veteran or a newcomer to the genre, the game adjusts to your skill level. You can jump into the action right away and enjoy the freedom of the open world, or dive deeper into the more challenging aspects of the game, like mastering the drift zones or perfecting your lap times on the most difficult tracks. It's a game that caters to both the casual player looking for fun and the hardcore racer seeking precision. PlayStation players, it's your turn. Now, PlayStation 5 players can finally experience the full Forza Horizon 5 Plus experience. With all the content that Xbox players have enjoyed, from the massive map to the diverse vehicles and stunning landscapes, PlayStation fans are in for a treat. Whether you're a fan of the racing genre or simply looking for a beautiful open-world game to immerse yourself in, Forza Horizon 5 Plus will quickly become a favorite. Get ready to rev your engines and embrace the thrill of the race. PlayStation 5 players, the ride of your life is almost here. Don't miss it. Crashlands 2. Survival, crafting, and crazy builds in a bright new world. Release date, April 10th, PC. If you've found the world of survival games a little too dark and dreary lately, Crashlands 2 Passions is here to break that monotony and inject some much-needed fun and color into the genre. This neon-infused, over-the-top sequel takes everything you loved about the original Crashlands and cranks it up with bright visuals, hilarious humor, and an even more expansive world to explore. Say goodbye to grim, apocalyptic landscapes and hello to a wild, wacky adventure that feels like Rick and Morty meets Don't Starve. A fun and lighthearted survival game. Unlike many survival games that take themselves too seriously, Crashlands 2 is all about fun, creativity, and embracing the absurdity of its universe. You once again step into the shoes of Flux, a delivery driver turned DIY hero, tasked with surviving and thriving on a strange planet. But this time, you're facing a 3D world filled with wild creatures, bizarre landscapes, and a whole new level of chaos. From the moment you land on this new planet, you'll be met with vibrant, colorful environments and the kind of humor that'll have you laughing out loud. You won't find yourself moping around a desolate wasteland here. Instead, you'll be embarking on a lighthearted adventure where crafting, survival, and problem-solving collide in the most absurd ways. The game invites you to build your own base, tame wild creatures, and craft wacky inventions to help you survive. It's an imaginative and fun take on survival mechanics that doesn't take itself too seriously, but still offers plenty of challenges and opportunities for growth. Wacky crafting and crazy builds. One of the standout features of Crashlands 2 Passions is its crafting system. Gone are the days of crafting the same old tools and weapons in every survival game. In Crashlands 2 Quad, you'll have the chance to create all sorts of crazy builds that push the limits of what you can imagine. Want to build a turret that shoots flaming hot dogs, or a robot companion that helps you gather resources. The game gives you the tools to let your imagination run wild and build whatever you want. The crafting system is intuitive, fun, and provides a sense of accomplishment as you unlock new blueprints and create increasingly bizarre and powerful items. And don't worry, the game doesn't just focus on crafting. Crashlands 2 Whites also gives you the freedom to explore its vast, vibrant world. You'll encounter wild creatures, quirky NPCs, and environments that range from lush forests to dangerous deserts. Each area is filled with opportunities to gather resources, solve puzzles, and find new ways to survive in this colorful yet chaotic world. A perfect game for those who want fun, not stress. If you're tired of survival games that are all about resource management and managing hunger, thirst, and other grim realities, then Crashlands 2 Passions is a perfect change of pace. While it still challenges you to think creatively and build strategies for survival, it never loses sight of the fun. This is a game that's easy to pick up and play, with just the right balance of exploration, crafting, and lighthearted humor. Whether you're a survival game veteran or a newcomer to the genre, Crashlands 2 Passions is sure to bring a smile to your face. So, if you're looking for a fun, colorful, and downright crazy survival game that doesn't take itself too seriously, but still offers plenty of depth, Crashlands 2 Passions should definitely be on your radar. Get ready to craft, explore, and have a blast in a world that's as wild as it is beautiful. Crashlands 2 Passions is launching on April 10th, and it's bound to be a hit for anyone looking to add some fun and whimsy to their survival gaming experience. Sandy, Mad Max, meets mechs in a post-apocalyptic world. Release date, April 3rd, PC. Mad Max fans, brace yourselves. Sandy is here to deliver the gritty, high-octane, post-apocalyptic action you've been craving, but with a fresh and exciting twist. Imagine the brutal chaos of Mad Max, but this time you're piloting colossal mechs instead of driving ragtag cars. In this open-world PvPvE extraction shooter, you'll stomp through a lawless, crumbling wasteland, engaging in intense, mech-powered battles that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Giant mechs in a post-apocalyptic world. If you've ever dreamed of controlling a towering mech, tearing through a destroyed world while engaging in epic battles, Sandy is the game for you. The game takes the familiar Mad Max formula, wasteland survival, combat, and chaos, and blends it with the immense power of mechs, turning the traditional post-apocalyptic genre into a thrilling, giant robot adventure. You'll be piloting enormous mechs equipped with heavy weaponry, crushing everything in your path from rival mechs to hostile factions. The combination of the brutal post-apocalyptic setting with the colossal mechs makes every battle feel like a high-stakes, larger-than-life spectacle. While the concept is simple, fight for survival in a world where every battle could be your last. Sandy brings an engaging level of complexity to its gameplay. You'll need to master the mechanics of your massive war machine, managing its power, weapons, and mobility, while navigating through dangerous environments. Whether you're raiding a stronghold, taking down enemy mechs, or fighting for valuable resources in an extraction mission, each encounter promises to be both intense and rewarding. PvPvE action that keeps you hooked, while PvPvE player versus environment games are nothing new. The integration of mechs into the formula gives Sandy a unique twist. The open-world environment is teeming with hostile factions, dangerous creatures, and rival players all vying for control of the wasteland's scarce resources. Your goal isn't just to survive. You need to extract valuable loot from the world, while facing off against both the environment and other players. This dynamic creates a constant sense of tension and excitement, as you'll never know when an enemy player or a powerful boss might come charging at you, ready to take you down. The thrill of this PvPvE setup lies in the balance of teamwork and competition. You might team up with other players to tackle larger enemies or missions, but the risk of betrayal and player versus player combat is always looming. The unpredictability of the world keeps every encounter fresh and engaging, as alliances are formed, broken, and tested in real time. Can Sandy live up to the hype? Here's the big question. Can Sandy live up to the hype? The concept certainly sounds promising. An open-world mech shooter with Mad Max-inspired chaos and mech warrior-style combat. However, PvPvE games are nothing groundbreaking, and there's always the risk of falling into the trap of being just another mech shooter that fails to deliver. But with its combination of fast-paced action, massive mechs, and a world teeming with enemies, Sandy has the potential to offer something truly unique in the gaming landscape. Only time will tell if it can deliver on its promises. Will it be the next big thing in post-apocalyptic gaming, or will it fall short of expectations? One thing's for sure, it's a game you'll want to keep an eye on. Why you should keep an eye on Sandy. For fans of Mad Max, Mech Warrior, and Howl's Moving Castle, Sandy brings a fresh take on the post-apocalyptic genre that's impossible to ignore. Its unique blend of giant mechs and PvPvE combat creates an exciting and dynamic experience that promises endless replayability. Whether you're looking to crush enemies in mech battles or fight for survival in a chaotic wasteland, Sandy offers something for everyone. Mark your calendar for April 3rd. Sandy is coming, and it might just be the mech-powered post-apocalyptic game you've been waiting for. South of Midnight, Magic and Mystery in the Deep South. Release date, April 8th, PC, Xbox Series. From the creators of We Happy Few, South of Midnight takes you on a journey into the heart of the Deep South, where the lines between reality and fantasy blur, and the shadows of folklore come to life. Set in a surreal world filled with rich Southern culture and eerie mystery, this action-adventure game weaves a captivating tale where magic is no longer a fantasy, but a living, breathing part of the world. a world steeped in mystery and magic. 3. Story of South of Midnight begins with a devastating hurricane that tears through your hometown, leaving nothing but destruction in its wake. But what begins as a natural disaster soon unravels into something much darker and far more mysterious. As the storm passes, strange occurrences begin to haunt the town. Magic becomes real, and long-forgotten legends of the Deep South resurface in bizarre, often terrifying ways. The once familiar world you knew is now teeming with supernatural forces, as reality gives way to a fantasy that's both haunting and magical. What's truly compelling about this game is the way it intertwines Southern folklore with supernatural elements. The Deep South is a region rich in myth and legend, and South of Midnight uses these to its advantage, pulling players into a world where ghost stories, magical rituals, and mythical creatures are not only real but integral to the narrative. You'll find yourself navigating through a town that's as alive with mystery as it is with danger, trying to piece together the truth behind the storm and the strange happenings that follow. An eerie aesthetic with Tim Burton vibes. One of the first things that will strike you about South of Midnight is its hauntingly beautiful aesthetic. Drawing inspiration from the eerie and whimsical world of Tim Burton, the game's visuals are both captivating and unsettling. The world is painted with dark, muted tones, accentuated by the flickering glow of magical lights and the twisted, gnarled trees of the southern landscape. The characters are equally intriguing, with unique, stylized designs that bring the weird, otherworldly nature of the game to life. The atmosphere is thick with tension, with every corner of the town hiding secrets and stories waiting to be uncovered. From abandoned plantations to forgotten swamps, the environments are as much a character in the game as the people who inhabit them. The aesthetic isn't just about setting the mood, it's about immersing you in a world where every shadow hides something, and every step into the unknown could uncover a new layer of mystery. Uncover the truth behind the magic. As you explore this strange new world, your mission is clear. Uncover the truth behind the storm, the magic, and the eerie events that are unfolding around you. As you piece together the clues, you'll meet a cast of mysterious characters, some friendly, others not so much, who will help or hinder you on your quest. The game blends action, adventure, and puzzle solving, creating a unique experience where the stakes are high and the magic is both a tool and a threat. Your journey will take you deep into the heart of the supernatural, where you'll face challenges that force you to question what's real and what's imagined. The boundary between the two becomes increasingly difficult to define, and the further you go, the more you'll realize that the answers you seek may be more dangerous than you ever expected. A magical journey for fans of narrative-driven games. South of Midnight is perfect for players who love narrative-driven experiences that combine adventure with a magical twist. The game doesn't just ask you to explore, it asks you to feel the magic, to understand the legends that have shaped the world around you, and to grapple with the terrifying truth behind the storm. With its rich world-building, captivating story and eerie aesthetic, it promises to be an unforgettable journey. If you're a fan of games that blend the supernatural with deep storytelling, South of Midnight is one to watch. Prepare to lose yourself in a world where folklore is alive, and magic might just be your only hope for survival. The game releases on April 8th, so get ready to dive into a magical, mysterious, and unsettling adventure that will keep you on your toes from start to finish. Steel Seed, stealth, action, and a dark sci-fi adventure. Release date, April 10th, PC, PS5, Xbox Series. Steel Seed. You're thrust into the depths of a hostile underground facility, navigating a dystopian world where humanity stands on the edge of extinction. The game masterfully blends stealth, parkour, and intense combat mechanics, forcing you to think quickly and act even faster as you make your way through dangerous, ever-shifting environments. Every decision counts as you battle both the elements and the enemies lurking in the shadows. The game's unique stealth action dynamic provides a fresh take on the genre, combining high-stakes combat with strategic evasion. Whether you're silently slipping past guards, using your parkour skills to leap over obstacles or engaging in visceral, fast-paced combat, Steel Seed keeps you constantly on edge. The tension is palpable as you maneuver through each level, knowing that one wrong move could lead to your downfall. Visually, Steel Seed delivers a striking cinematic experience. The dark, high-tech underground world is brought to life with stunning detail, immersing you in a cold mechanical future where every corner hides a potential danger. The game's sleek design and atmospheric lighting create a palpable sense of dread, making every moment feel intense and meaningful. For those who enjoy games that test both their strategic thinking and reflexes, Steel Seed offers an unforgettable experience. It's a game that challenges your mind and keeps your heart racing, making it a must-play for fans of stealth action adventures with a psychological edge. Get ready to dive into a dark, thrilling world when Steel Seed launches on April 10th. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, the return of a classic. Release date, April 24th, PC, PS5, Xbox Series. After 26 years, Fatal Fury is finally making its return in City of the Wolves, and the wait has been worth it. This iconic 2D fighter, loved by fans for decades, has been brought back to life with a fresh, comic book-inspired visual style that feels both nostalgic and modern. The game brings back 17 fighters, including fan favorites like Terry Bogard, Rock Howard, and many more, offering a thrilling roster that will satisfy both longtime fans and newcomers alike. But it's not just about the fighters, it's about the style. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves has stayed true to its roots with the classic 2D fighting mechanics that fans adore, while also delivering an updated aesthetic and improved animations. The comic book-inspired art direction gives the game a bold, dynamic look, making each fight feel like a living, breathing comic strip come to life. The exaggerated moves, vibrant colors, and smooth animations ensure that every punch, kick, and special move hits with impact. For fans who grew up in the arcades, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves offers a thrilling return to the past, evoking the same excitement and nostalgia of those old-school fighting games. It's a chance to relive those unforgettable moments while also experiencing something fresh. For new players, it's the perfect opportunity to dive into a fighting game franchise with a deep history, learning the ropes and mastering legendary characters along the way. If you've been craving a return to classic 2D fighters, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves is exactly what you've been waiting for. Get ready to step back into the ring on April 24th and relive the classic thrill of Fatal Fury with a modern twist. Steel Hunters, mech combat meets PvPvE in a free-to-play shooter. Release date, April 2nd, Early Access, PC. If you've ever dreamed of piloting a massive mech and diving into epic battles against other players in a fast-paced, free-to-play PvPvE environment, Steel Hunters is the game you've been waiting for. Developed by the creators of World of Tanks and World of Warships, this game combines the adrenaline-pumping thrill of mech combat with the strategic depth of hero shooters and the chaotic intensity of Battle Royale. Set in a vast, war-torn landscape, Steel Hunters gives players the chance to step into the cockpit of powerful mechs, each customizable to suit your playstyle. Whether you prefer heavy artillery, agile combat, or tactical support, the game lets you create a mech that fits your strategy. But the real thrill comes from the dynamic battles, where you'll face off against both the environment and other players, all while collecting valuable resources and hunting for powerful upgrades. Even though Steel Hunters is still in early access, it's already showing a lot of potential. The combination of mech combat with strategic PvPvE gameplay makes it stand out in the competitive multiplayer space. The tension of facing both AI enemies and human players creates an exciting, unpredictable experience with each match, keeping you engaged and on edge. However, being a free-to-play title, Steel Hunters does carry the risk of monetization issues. While the game's core gameplay is solid, how it handles in-game purchases and progression will be critical to its long-term success. If the developers can strike the right balance, Steel Hunters could be a game-changer for the mech genre and a new favorite among multiplayer enthusiasts. With Steel Hunters launching in early access on April 2nd, there's no better time. to jump in and experience this groundbreaking mech combat shooter for yourself. Clare Obscure, Expedition 33, a dark fantasy turn-based RPG. Release date, April 24th, PC, PS5, Xbox Series. Taking the #1 spot on our list is Clare Obscure, Expedition 33 WOG, a dark fantasy turn-based RPG that promises to be a truly unforgettable experience. Set in a world where a malevolent force known as the Paintress causes people to disappear based on the numbers she paints in the sky, you'll embark on a haunting journey to uncover the truth behind these mysterious vanishings. In Clare Obscure, Expedition 33 Croix, the eerie atmosphere and surreal art style set the tone for a game that's as visually striking as it is emotionally gripping. The game's world is drenched in darkness and mystery, and you'll quickly realize that uncovering the truth will be no easy feat. As you delve deeper into the story, you'll find yourself questioning the nature of existence, the meaning of life, and what happens when the very fabric of reality starts to unravel. The Paintress, with her cryptic numbers, leaves an ominous presence throughout your journey. But this game is more than just a visually captivating narrative. It offers intense, turn-based combat that will put your strategic thinking to the test. Every battle is a chance to fine-tune your tactics and make use of the unique abilities of your party. The RPG mechanics are rich and rewarding, with deep character progression and strategic combat that keeps you engaged through each fight. For fans of classic RPGs that combine a powerful story with challenging turn-based mechanics, Clare Obscure. Expedition 33's will be irresistible. Get ready for a journey that will not only test your strategic skills, but also tug at your heartstrings as you uncover the dark secrets of this twisted world. With its release on April 24th, this game is sure to captivate RPG fans looking for something deep, emotional, and truly unique.